Hello, Silver Running Cloud here. Well, I wish you could see the colors in that sky. The colors in that sky over there have red in them from the Malibu fires. Yeah, you can see a little bit of it there. You can see a little bit of it there. Here where I am in California, the sun goes down over those mountains around 3:30 in the afternoon this time of year. But today it was overcast all day because of the smoke from the Malibu fires. Yes, the Malibu fires are pretty exciting, but a lot of exciting things have happened since the last time I was here talking to you. In fact, it's been almost a month now, I believe, that since I was here with you last. And I guess it's because I really wanted to stop being stalked, you know? I just wanted to stop being stalked and to be left alone, okay? So anyway, I really like it in this particular hotel. I like the other hotel too, but this one it's really beautiful. I mean, can you see how beautiful it is out there? Isn't that gorgeous? Really beautiful. Okay, the title of this is that the Moore Law Group is stalking me. Now, as you might remember, I was set up by the real estate industry, Patty Koch, at my apartment in Phoenix, Arizona. And I found out since then that I'm not the only person, the only senior citizen woman who was really kind of victimized by the real estate industry. Minivan, one of the people here on YouTube named Minivan. She calls herself Minivan something. And anyway, she lives in a minivan, and she does that because she cannot afford the rent, and she was living in Tucson. She had a pretty good deal in Tucson, but she only gets, I don't know, $1,000 in Social Security. And she just didn't feel that she could afford to keep a home anymore. And she moved into a minivan. And she's a European. So I don't think racism is behind these schemes of the real estate industry to push older people out of living and leave us to want to die because we have nowhere to live. But anyway, I guess on TikTok, another older woman has been going viral because she's saying that she's going to be evicted, before Christmas. And she doesn't want to live in her car. It's an older car, she doesn't want to live in her car, and she's really scared to death, and she doesn't know what to do, and there's nobody to help her. Now, we all thought when we were young that Social Security was going to carry us through. When we were young, we also thought that we would be owning our own homes. We didn't know that the banks and the universities would be working together to make sure that our children couldn't go to school unless the parents assumed some of the debt. And we didn't know that our homes were going to be up for second mortgages at favorable rates, so that would delay our owning of our home. When we first got sold a bill of goods with Social Security so that we wouldn't fight it, they told us that when you're older, you'll own your home, your expenses will be so low, but Social Security will take care of you. So don't complain about paying FICA. Don't complain one bit because you're going to get more back. Well, not true. Now, when they were doing the shenanigans at La Serena at Toscana at 814 Bell Road in Phoenix, I tried to talk to the lawyers for the apartments, and the Moore Law Group were the lawyers. And when I called them, they said that the secretary that answered the phone, she quit answering the phone after a while. She started hiding because she had admitted to me that she had never met the lawyer or seen the lawyer. the lawyer never came to represent himself in the court, and that she just sent out the letters, the threatening letters. That was her job. They decided not to renew my lease because I had called the police to protect me from the gang stalkers too much. I had people breaking into my apartment, stealing my things. I had people living there who looked like they did not have enough money to live there. I don't know who was paying their rent, but they would be attacking me and threatening me and having their children mock me and follow me around the complex. They even sicked their dogs on me. And if you ever saw those historical videos of the governor of Alabama or some law enforcement officer in Alabama releasing dogs on American protesters trying to, eat wherever they wanted, then and if you ever read, European history in America, where they talk about Europeans hunting down free Americans with dogs to try to capture them and make them slaves, and hunting people down with dogs to murder them. So when Europeans release dogs, it has a whole historical context. It's not an innocent thing. And they even did that. The Europeans even did that to me there in Phoenix, Arizona. So when I called to try to talk to the attorney about what was happening to me and the injustice of it, I found out that the attorney was a farce. Now, when they evicted me, they did not give me notice of a court date. So it was totally illegal, okay? But everything that has happened to me has been totally illegal and corrupt. Everything that's happened to me since I was plagiarized at Yale and Harvard has been illegal and corrupt and supported by the powers that will kill you, the powers that control the society. The Moore Law Group was a part of the eviction, and I think they hold the note. I'm not sure the debt, but they got the judgment. And the lawyer that's on the case, his office never saw him. And when I called their office in California, they would not talk to me, not once. But not only did they do the management at La Serena at Toscana, but they handled the evictions. And my eviction I didn't get any notice about the court. I just got the judgment. That was when they included me in the conversation with the judgment. Well, this past week, I was trying to get the bill for Bank of America. In 2006, someone at 111 Broadway in New York opened up an elite rewards Visa card on my Bank of America bank account. And Bank of America does not include this in the app, but when I went into the bank and asked them for a printout of my Visa bill so I could sign it without recourse and get it paid, they gave me a Visa card in my name at an address in New York City that was opened in 2006 and closed in 2017. Now, I had suspected people were stealing money from my bank, and I attribute it to Juan Luis, who had broken into my house, who had a secret network making a bot of everybody's network in Woodbridge and Orange, Connecticut. And I pretty much thought it was him, but when I asked the bank to give me the documents, to send me the records, they sent me nothing but blank pages. And that was in Arizona. Okay, so they probably closed that account in 2017 when I started to investigate that bank account. Well, I went into the bank last week to ask for these papers again because they got lost in the moving. Somehow, when I moved from one hotel to the other, those papers have gone missing. So I needed duplicates. And while I was talking to the customer service agent at the Palm Desert Bank of America, she got called away and she was very rude and she was just not being very cooperative when I'm asking her to have these documents sent to me. Yesterday I called the bank again, or the day before yesterday I called the bank again. And the person on the collections for Bank of America said that she had one of my accounts, but the other account had gone to the lawyer. Now, a charge from 2017 that goes to the lawyer, this is 2024, that's the 7 years. It should be off the books. But instead, because I'm hunting around and trying to get these bills on an identity theft account that seems like an inside job, my account was sent to the lawyer. Guess who the lawyer is for Bank of America? The Moore Law Group. The Moore Law Group is behind me losing a place to live in Arizona. The Moore Law Group is behind the identity theft in my Bank of America bank account. Who is the Moore Law Group? More later on this topic. But isn't that weird? Isn't that weird that the Moore Law Group seems to be stalking me? And I'm an heir. I'm heiress to so much land in this country, land that they want to steal. And it seems to me that the Moore Law Group is the one that is targeting me, making sure I don't have anywhere to live, making sure that I have debt over my head so that I can't recover, publishing evictions online so I can't find a place to live, and being behind orchestrating these evictions. Isn't that interesting?